Hey guys, how you doing? It's us. Yeah? Back on your screen again. How you guys doing? Yeah? It's another episode of Conversations with Dan and Josh.
Glow.
Yes, I do. As always, now you also know we're looking fresh and things. But yes, guys, thanks and welcome to another episode of Conversations with Dan and Josh. Today we're back to the basics of conversation. I think we have had a lot of guests and things like that. Yeah. But now we are back to the basics, conversations. This is two of us talking about things that we love, which is marketing.
Yeah, in the casual way.
In the casual way, and making a bit of noise here and there. On today's episode, we are looking at how marketing affects consumer behavior.
Yes.
It sounds like a mouthful of catchphrases.
Yeah.
Marketing, consumer behavior.
But before we get to that,
I know. Oh yeah. Oh no. That one. Yes. Before we get to nitty-gritties, one, we want you to like and subscribe. Our statistics are telling us majority of you just watch and you go away.
So then you are visitors.
You just don't visit us. No, it's not. We don't have dogs. We don't bite. But there's but definitely, like this video, subscribe, tell your friends to subscribe, and share this stuff because it helps us. It helps you. The more you share us, the more
we reach out to people, which is our mission.
It's our mission.
Educate, bring the marketing to the people.
Yes, and the more content you guys get to watch. All right, that's number one. Number two, we have something new that we're introducing for our fans, our community, which is a newsletter. And we have details on that like later on.
Yes.
So stick around for that and a cheat sheet to the topic that we have today,
which is marketing.
Yes.
Influencing consumer behavior.
All right, coolio.
So we have said these things, consumer behavior. It's not in a dictionary, but it's in the dictionary of Google.
That one there, standard.
You can search and find it. But from our perspective, from our understanding, consumer behavior is how anyone, you and me, interact with the product, how we engage with the service. This is how, and it can be negative
or positive. Because we don't like everything we interact with, and we love a lot of things.
Something. So
hope you love us.
That actually leads you to buying certain things, not buying other things, buying in quantity, or
buying
only when
buy one item and you disappear.
Or when you're rewarding yourself. In quotes, rewarding yourself can be
the
shortcut of not having a budget.
Add the pizza meme somewhere there on a Friday.
But that is consumer behavior.
Yes.
And we're just trying to see how does marketing influence your consumers in a way that they behave. Literally, you become a puppet master.
Yes.
Marketing can actually help you
become a puppet master in a good way.
To get your consumers to act in a certain way.
Yes, because they feel a certain way about you.
Yeah, so then we have business continuity. And for starters, consumer behavior, when you market, you gain awareness.
Yes.
You get, it's basics to the basics. Put a billboard up, people get to know you. They might not buy. They might not buy, but they get to get aware. For example, a brand like Cheaper Cash.
Yes.
Yeah. 90% of y'all didn't even use the app.
Yo, most people, myself included at a certain point, I didn't know what
the app was doing, but you know about Cheaper Cash.
Yeah.
Why? They were using marketing to raise awareness. So what does that do for a consumer? I get to start paying attention. I get to notice when I see the logo. When I see that purple color, the black on banner boy. So marketing has that. It gives your people to start being aware. They get aware of the name. They start to understand, what do you offer? Okay, they are into money.
Yes. There's nothing to do with money. I am putting money, I'm getting money.
And Ugandans, we are emotional about our money. So if you tell us that we can multiply that money,
we are multiplying.
We are going to. That's why we have the chickens that are capital.
That is the story of the discussion.
But when we are aware, what happens?
Just before we get to that, I also wanted to just mention the opposite of that. If you don't push awareness, if you don't use marketing, I think the easiest example is we have all seen those biscuits that they sell by the roadside, those stick biscuits. Tell us in the comments if you know what that company is called.
The name of that product.
Exactly.
But we know the biscuits.
We know how much they cost.
Yeah.
And you know where to find them.
In traffic jam.
Yes. If there's traffic jam, biscuits are
You will
somewhere.
find those.
Exactly. Because they're not focusing on marketing and more on just selling.
Yes.
Realize we are not aware of them until we see them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to bring an example of what
So that's the
happens
yin and yang.
Yes.
So
When
that's
you
why
don't
you
do
need
it.
marketing to direct the consumer behavior. You raise the awareness so that people start to have you top of mind.
Yes.
So when they go into the store, they're like, let's pick. Let me try it out because it's been
around
It's
for a while.
it's been there. Let me try it out. And that's why you see KFC always, whenever they have a new package,
You will know about
you
it.
know about it. You might not buy it,
But you will know.
you will
there's some
know that there is a
buckets.
cheaper bucket
Eh-heh.
for independence.
That's right. Exactly. So one is awareness. The second thing is perception. A thing that marketing does is it creates a certain perception for a brand. It makes people think a brand is a certain thing, or it is
cool
like this.
club.
This brand is for the cool kids. This one is for Wananchi. So
The commoner. Anyway, this war will never end. iPhone users,
because iPhone users and the rest of us.
They feel like the commoners. You are the
The rest of us, we are the
commoners.
commoners.
But I left you.
Okay, but I'm on both. I'm on both. I'm both.
You were yeah, brand.
No, I share both experiences.
Eh.
But ideally, the iPhone and Android battle is the biggest example of perception. People believe or they perceive the
that
iPhone
is superior,
it's better
Android.
quality. Yet,
But
you find
actually, when you do the technical
Android is a better device.
exactly.
Android have a better device. So ideally, perception, and that is something you achieve with the help of marketing.
So if you're trying to get your brand for consumers to accept it, you have to position it in a way they perceive it. Is it a something I need? For example, we need bread, but why is it that I should choose a certain brand over? It's still bread. It's ngano,
bread.
guys.
It's the same way.
That's why we have our friends at Mandela with the packaging. That is marketing. They stepped away from the brown paper bag
and went white.
So white kind of stands out on the.
You can see it from afar.
Yeah, so
that's the guy.
even the guys on the Rolex stand have actually started consuming their brand rather than the competition. So you change the perception. White it looks clean, it looks chic,
it looks fresh.
Yeah, it's like a different kind of it's spice. So then people eventually start.
It's like imagine you're going to buy meat at a butchery that's painted red.
Exactly. Or black, or better black, like this guy.
It is not meat of a cow.
It was an ostrich.
Something else, vulture.
So perception and marketing goes in all those things.
Yeah.
Branding, how you give your service, how you package it. So don't think of social. Don't reduce marketing to Facebook, guys. Hey, that's a big idea.
Even if though also just remember to like and follow us.
I am subscribe.
Yeah, not just the channel, but us individually, myself and him. The things are down here.
Yeah, but when we shift from perception, I feel like marketing gives you the opportunity to show applicability of your brand or service.
Yes.
Most times we complain that people are not buying because you haven't showed them how
to use the product.
Yeah, where does your product fit into their needs, fit into their day to day? That's why detergents market and they show you how to
soak it for 30 minutes.
Yes.
Come back,
get it
gently
out.
rub.
Yes.
And rinse multiple times.
People will be like, I get it.
Yes.
So now even the house help, even the children at home will learn how to use your product.
Yes.
These basics, most times we miss them.
Yeah.
We assume our audience knows.
These
So
things,
then how they engage with our brand, they're like, I don't get it. Forget about it.
And the worst thing you can ever have as a brand is when people don't get your product.
Yes.
Like you want them to buy, but they just don't understand.
Or you assume.
They understand.
Yeah.
I know they should know.
They didn't force you to come to the market. Explain your problem.
I mean, which is also why every car brand has a manual in it.
Yeah.
We all know how to drive. Steering wheels, pedals. But the car will come with a manual to tell you.
Actually, you're too far. You're too far. The phones, okay, the original ones.
Not the ones in the
they are those ones that are washed.
There's that building somewhere in the center of town.
Yeah, we might find you there. Yeah, but a manual, they don't assume. I might not know how to restart a certain phone because I've been using another phone. Yes. I might not know that some phones might need an app for certain things, while others have it as a default setting. Yes. So through marketing, you're able to communicate applicability, how your service fits into my daily life. Yeah. Why do I need it? How do I use it? Where do I find it? And it's so important that whatever directions you give, make sure they work.
Yeah, make sure they work. Make sure you test them.
Yes. So test your product. Sure Does it deliver?
If it doesn't, fix it.
Yeah. Don't launch. No one is testing.
There's no chibok.
It's not by force.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But also, once you explain the usability, it leads to the next thing, which is trust.
Yeah.
Marketing gives you the opportunity to create trust for your brand. People get to, once they understand how your product works, how your service works, they're hooked, and then you reinforce and make sure they trust you.
And they are loyal.
I love what Jesa does. I love what Jesa does.
Tell us, milkman.
I just love how Jesa has become. Jesa is recommended by some medical practitioners as at a certain point in the baby's life as an alternative, like to just supplement.
To add.
You should ask yourself, why do they recommend that and not the competition? It's because Jesa has built a level of trust by communicating and marketing themselves that way,
and then developing their product
that actually works.
Match exactly.
Yes.
And that's why most times they send you for diapers, but you pick Pampers, or you refer to Pampers as people think all diapers are Pampers. All detergent is Omo.
Every petrol station
is
toothpaste is Colgate.
Because they have built trust.
Yes.
They have gone above and beyond in their industry to deliver quality, get feedback, and through this they're able to influence the consumer, that every mother buys Pampers first, then they realize, there are other alternatives that are actually better for my baby's skin and what. Every young girl, first when they start with the cycle, they think it's Oris. The older you grow,
there's another one.
But because the product is literally the industry standard of the problem they are solving, through branding, through brand recall, through advertising, through awareness, application, or
basically,
usability.
It's just doing marketing right to create that trust,
to get the consumers. And as we close it,
so once trust has been built, it's important to consider what happens after someone buys your product or pays for your service. Most times marketers will push a message. When someone buys, they disappear.
They go to sleep.
What you forget is
you need money tomorrow.
Yes, and you need a loyal customer to bring you money the next day. So you can use marketing to build loyalty. Use all the different channels to make sure you keep reaching out and just reminding you.
Once I get a taste of it and I get it and I apply it,
now I can come back.
I should come back tomorrow over and over again. Why? We are going to go technical. It's cheaper to retain a client than to get a new one. Yes. Cost of acquisition is always higher than cost of retention. So when you get 5 customers, better you retain 3 rather than getting 10 and you lose
of them and you go back to
convincing them. Yes. So through marketing, you're able to retain, to get that loyalty. And then that means consumers will choose you even when there are other products.
Exactly.
Yeah, they'll pick you off the shelf.
Yeah, because once people are loyal to you,
money. Kaching. So as a brand, it is important. If you want to influence consumer behavior, you raise awareness. After raising awareness, raise perception. Change the perception how people view your brand. Thirdly, show applicability of your product or service. Fourth, trust. Please, if your product is a problem, work on your product.
Yes. And then once you fix it, communicate that.
Acknowledge that we had a problem, we improved. Then build loyalty, because as we have another video about word of mouth. It is 90% effective, so you'll find it up there. Word of mouth, yeah, find it up there. So when you get loyal customers, they'll tell their neighbor, they'll tell their friends, and with that time you get faster customers. And for that matter, therefore, if you're still here and you haven't yet subscribed, we are singing a song for you. Please subscribe
first and foremost to the channel, but also to the newsletter.
Yes,
we have a newsletter that we use it to share extra messages,
so that our videos are not too long.
Yes,
so that we don't.
So find the link to subscribe to that in the description.
Yes.
But also for those that have made it to this point, I mentioned a cheat sheet at the beginning of this video.
So shall be giving out a free workbook, free, 0 shillings, people, 0, to improve your business on how to get your consumers.
Exactly. Find it in the description. Click download.
See you on the next one.
Bye. Chewed.
Chewed.
Ayabas.